Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch scale Enfys Nest with Swoop bike action figure, based on the character and vehicle from the movie Solo: A Star Wars Story. So there's a look at the box. See, there's some nice art there of Enfys Nest. I think that's how you say it, I forget, but I think it's Enfys Nest. Yeah, some nice art in the front there. And there you can see a picture of the actual toy there. And of course you can see Enfys Nest right there. Man, I hope I'm saying that right. I should probably look that up, but I probably won't. And there's a picture of both of them together. Then on the side you can see this is number 5 in the vehicle series. On the top it's got the schematics that a lot of the vehicles have on the box art. So that's kind of cool. Over on this side, you got another picture of Enfys Nest. And on the back here, a bunch of pictures of the figure and the bike. It's weird calling that a bike, but I mean, I guess it's kind of like a speeder bike, just a really big one. There's a description if you want to read it. It basically gives you what you know about the character in the beginning of the movie. And I do want to point out that there's probably going to be spoilers in this video for this character if you haven't seen the movie yet, because this character is pretty mysterious in the beginning. You don't know what the character is all about, but there is some spoilerish stuff to this character, so yeah, if you don't want to be spoiled, then you probably shouldn't watch this. Okay, well, let's open this up. So there's what it looks like when you first take it out. So there's all the pieces out of the box. So here's the directions. Looks pretty simple. So I'll just put them together real quick. So there it is, all opened up. And as I said, there's going to be spoilers in this video because I'm tired of referring to Enfys Nest as this character. So from now on, spoilers. If you watch the movie, you know that this is actually a she, and so I'm going to be saying she a lot more now. So that's one thing that I mean, it was kind of easily predictable. Just the way they handled the character in the movie, it just seemed like it was going to end up being a female. But anyway, I thought it was a really cool character. I really liked her, and I hope she ends up being in more movies, because supposedly she's signed up for 3 Star Wars movies. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen, but if they need her, it will, so that'll be cool. So maybe in the Boba Fett movie or Obi-Wan, assuming those movies happen, it'd be kind of cool to see what happens with this character, because I wouldn't mind seeing her again. Because the Swoop bike is awesome, her outfit is awesome, and just the beginning of the story, like starting up the rebellion against the Empire, she's part of that, and that'd just be cool to see more of that. And really because of that outfit. I love that outfit. Man, it is so cool. I was hoping that Hot Toys would have one previewed at San Diego Comic-Con, but they didn't. I really hope they make a Hot Toys of this. No way am I getting a Swoop bike though. That'd be so expensive. But yeah, I love the Solo movie, and that was one of the characters that she wasn't in it a whole lot, but it was still pretty cool. Kind of like a, in a way, like sort of a Boba Fett type character with a mystery and everything. And the helmet, and I don't know, just the coolness to the look of her just reminded me of Boba Fett in a way. But definitely not the same type of character, because Boba Fett is a ruthless bounty hunter and she is a good guy. But in the beginning of the movie you think she's a bad guy just because she's against Han Solo and Chewbacca, so you just kind of assume she's a bad guy. But I guess we can go over the figure first. As you can see, my figure is made out of Kanan Jarrus. I don't know how to say his name. I haven't watched Rebels yet. I'm getting there though. I'll be watching that soon. But yeah, she's kind of a short character. And that's one thing that kind of gave away that she might be a female. I'm not saying that all males are tall and all females are short, but you know what I mean. So here's a closer look at the figure. My favorite part, I'd say, is the helmet. The helmet just looks so damn cool. It definitely has sort of a Boba Fett look to it. Kind of reminds me of like the from Rogue One, them tank, what are they called? Tank troopers, I forget what they're called. But the helmet's kind of like that, but mixed with a little bit of Boba Fett and I don't know what else. It's got these weird blade things coming out the back. I don't know what's going on, but it looks so cool. And then this fur. I don't know if it's fur or feathers in the movie, but it's fur here, and it looks pretty damn cool. Looks like they got some plastic fur back here, but right around here, it's like real fur. And then there's this weird thing here. It almost looks like bones, but I'm not sure if it is bones. It might be some kind of man-made metal thing. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is. But that also looked cool. It looks very like tribal looking. It's like a technology mixing with tribal designs. Looking at pictures, it looks like they are supposed to be bones, but they're not painted as well as they are in the pictures. And then there's sort of like this little, well, not a loincloth, but like a thing. Thigh cloth, I don't know. But these little flaps look cool. But with this being cloth and this being like real fur, I think maybe these should have been real cloth too. Just because they're going to stick out funny if you put the leg up. Well, maybe not. I mean, that's kind of what it would do. So, I don't know, I guess it's alright. I just kind of figured maybe that would make more sense to make it real cloth, but I mean, it's still going to do what it needs to do, so, yeah. And down here, I don't know what these things are. Some little details, I don't know. That's cool. Then this is kind of glued in place so you can't take it off. I think it's glued. It feels like it's glued. Underneath, not much going on under there. There's the wrist thing. I don't know what that is, but it looks neat. I like it. Another thing I noticed looking at pictures is these little arm things. They spread out into almost like a fan made up of blades. So it'd be kind of like a shield or cutting weapon. So it'd be kind of cool if that could do this, or at least have a separate one. You can pop this one off and stick the spread out one on. Now this is kind of crappy. Her little weapon here. It seems like there should be some more detail. It's just the solid plastic color that it is. There's nothing that I can see done to it. No shading, no paint at all. It's just the color of the plastic. And I think they could have did a little better with that. That'd have been nice. But still cool that she comes with it. It would also been cool, but it's not that big a deal, if she would have came with an alternate head. Unmasked without the helmet on. Just because she has a unique look to her face, it's kind of cool, but I can understand them not including it simply because it is kind of a secret in the movie and it'd kind of like be a spoiler, I guess. But I mean, the movie's been out, so whatever. Oh, another thing is maybe there should be a little more paint on the helmet too. I have to look at pictures, but it seems like maybe there should be a little more detail on the paint of the helmet. You can see the cape is black on one side, orange on the other. That's pretty cool. Okay, now I guess we can go over the Swoop bike. Now, in case you can't tell, this thing is pretty damn big. It's one of the bigger vehicles that have been made for the 6-inch scale figures. And if I remember correctly, it is the second biggest. Because the TIE Fighter is definitely the biggest. And then I would say this would be second. Unless I'm forgetting something. But it's definitely bigger than the original speeder bike, and then it's bigger than the land speeder, bigger than Ray's speeder. So yeah, this has got to be the second biggest. And it's pretty damn cool too. I'm gonna have a tough time finding a place for it on my shelf. I don't know if it's gonna fit. I'm probably gonna have to maybe hang this from the ceiling. That's where I got my TIE Fighter at. But this thing is very detailed, and it's going to be might be kind of hard to go over in spots, but I'm going to try my best. But I wanted to show a comparison real quick of how big it is compared to the original speeder bike with the Biker Scout. And there you can see it is quite a bit bigger than that. I mean, it's about twice as long and probably just the size of it is I don't know, the bulk of the machine is probably about twice as big, maybe even 2.5 times as big. But yeah, it is huge. Possibly the reason this is so much bigger than the regular speeder bike is because the speeder bikes just stick to the ground. I don't think they can go too far up in the air, but this can just kind of fly all over the place, so that might be why. I guess we'll start here in the back. You can see like thrusters, or I don't know what the hell they call, but these things in the back here. Nice detail on the sculpt of them. Not a whole lot of paint, but there's a few different colors. Got this gray, darker gray, this sort of tan color. Then you move on. Then you move down here, and what are these little flaps? For a second there, I thought they were articulated, but I don't think they are. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what any of these parts are called, so I just could be saying things. But yeah, lots of detail there. These little hoses or wires, whatever. I mean, there could be some more paint in there, but still, it's pretty damn good. Up here, this is a nice silvery paint. Some more parts and pieces up here. This little thing sticking out here. And you get up to the seat. Oh, there's a fin back here. I like that. And a little design painted on there. It's just hard plastic, but it looks cool. And I only seen the movie once, so I don't remember, but these look like they're meant for people's feet to go into. Like she could have riders on there. And I'm guessing they'd have to put one foot in front of the other, because if someone stood on this one, they wouldn't be able to put their foot over here, so they must put one foot in front of the other, I guess. I don't know, I just can't remember what happened in that movie, but that's what that looks like. That's for, and I'll try that out in a little bit. But yeah, you get up to the handles, and the handles move, and these little pistons you attach move. So that's pretty cool. And then these little pedals down here also move, which makes it easy to pose her on there. And a nice little paint job there. That's cool. A little bit of damage, or just scratches, whatever, painted on there. Down here is painted like kind of in the same way, same colors. And some more of the scratched up markings. And here's a little see-through base. It's pretty cool. This wire is actually kind of bendy, or not bendy, but flexible. I like all this in here. It's just one of the coolest parts of it. All these little things attached, and little wires and hoses mixed into there. Whatever this thing is down there. Gigantic dildo mechanism. I don't know what the hell it is, but it looks cool. Then you get to the big long part. This takes up quite a bit of the length. It looks cool. I like that. I mean, it's just an interesting design. That's one of the things that was cool about the Solo movie, is they had lots of interesting designs and characters, aliens and robots, all kinds of cool, imaginative Star Wars stuff in it. I mean, that's part of what really made me like that movie. It felt very, very Star Wars-like to me. But you get up to the front, and it's got that same sort of design that the back fin has, and that's cool. So, I mean, there could be a little more paint on it, maybe some shading in spots, maybe some more damage. But overall, I think it's pretty awesome. Forgot to mention there's some like dirt or something right there painted on, which looks cool. But yeah, I really like this thing. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to get her on there now.
What's going on in here? You reviewing shit without me, you son of a bitch?
Oh yeah, you said to go ahead and start reviewing stuff.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Well, I'm drunk now, so I can be in this shit.
Okay.
Hi everybody. I'm here.
Yeah, but it's pretty much over now. Okay, so there she is on the bike, and she fits on it really good, and that's good. The only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is just the material that her cape is made out of doesn't really fold very well. It doesn't fold realistically to hang while she's sitting on it.
Looks like maybe it's just too thick.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's cool colors though.
Yeah. But yeah, she fits on it. Her feet aren't touching right now, but you can adjust. And you stick her little axe, spear, whatever thing over here. Fits in there. There's also a spot on the other side to stick it too if you want to stick it over there. Or stick a different weapon if you got one. But yeah, that's cool. She can lean forward or go back. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, I thought that was the scenes where she's flying around on this bike I thought were pretty cool, so it's cool to see that in toy form.
You know, if I was a space person, I wouldn't want a space motorcycle that was that big. It's just so big.
Well, maybe
I'd be running into shit all the fucking time.
Well, maybe it's meant for open areas, not crowded places. Like,
I'm not saying that it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying I couldn't drive it because I'm a klutz. I don't think I could drive a regular motorcycle even. I'd fall over.
But here's a comparison again. Now that we got her on there to the classic speeder bike.
So that's more my size.
From Return of the Jedi. Yeah, this thing is not going to be flying through the forest on Endor. These things crashing off into trees. This thing is not going to fit through there. It's going to last like 2 seconds and smash into a tree.
If it was like a wide open desert, I'd drive it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. But there you can see just how much bigger this one is. It's so damn huge. And I thought this was big on the shelf. This thing isn't even going to fit. So here's the Swoop bike compared to several of the other 6-inch scale vehicles and animals that are used as vehicles. But the Swoop bike is definitely the longest. And here it is also next to the TIE Fighter, which is way, way bigger than anything else. Now, we're not completely sure what to do with these feet things. Like I was saying, maybe one foot goes in front of the other, and then 2 people can be on there. Or, possibly, each one of these is for a separate person, and they would just have their other foot kind of hanging, and another person can go there, but...
That seems dangerous.
Yeah, and the person up here wouldn't be able to hold on very well.
They'd have to, like, crouch down all weird.
Yeah. Couldn't you just put, like, a little thing sticking out so that the foot could be over here? I don't know. I don't remember in the movie if she had people at all at any point riding there.
I thought she did.
I can't remember. I just can't remember.
I'm not sure.
But still, that's cool that you can do that. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can get 4 people on there. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can get a shitload of people on there. You can have Chewbacca riding up there in the front. And
some of those parts might get hot. You might be burning their genitals.
yeah. Oh! Well, maybe that's a bad idea. He falls off. So there's Enfys next to a range trooper. They're both from the same movie, and also they both got furry shoulders. Aww. There's Enfys next to all the other figures that have been released so far for the Solo movie. I mean, not counting him. Listen, am I forgetting somebody?
There's actually 4 of them with furry shoulders.
Yeah, everybody got furry shoulders in this movie.
Han and Lando don't, but everybody else does.
But I wish this movie would have did a lot better in the box office, because maybe they would make even more figures. I mean, they got some more coming up, but I mean, there's a lot of cool characters in that movie that I want figures of. Guess we'll go over Articulation. The head can basically just go up, move a little bit. You can turn side to side. And it looks like the fur kind of goes with it. Then up at the shoulders, usual articulation, I guess. Single joint at the elbow, but it can spin. Spin at the wrist, and there's a hinge. And then there's the joint underneath the chest, the ribs. And then you can do a split. kick out that far. Can spin there, top of the thigh, double jointed knee. Oh, really good there. And then the usual articulation down at the ankle, I think. Yep, got the hinge and the crazy tilt thing. So articulation is pretty usual for this figure, other than maybe the head's a little weird because of all this stuff up here, but still pretty good. Alright, so I really like this set. I really like the figure, and I really like the Swoop bike. It is really big though, and I keep saying really, but I like it. There's a lot of detail on it. There could be a little more paint, but there's so much detail on the sculpt and little pieces attached to it. It's pretty damn cool. And I like the little feet things where you can add people back here.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
You can kind of position. I didn't really. I guess this could go into articulation, but you can. Whoa! You can tilt that.
You trying to murder me?
Yes. You can tilt that.
I'm falling off too.
Oh well.
I really wasn't riding that correctly in the first place, so it's not surprising.
But yeah, you can tilt it around, so that's cool. Similar to the speeder bike. But that's cool. And then this. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And also this figure's really cool. I like the fur. I like the helmet. And so whatever this is. And like I said, this could have been made of cloth, but really it doesn't matter that much because it moves pretty much in the way that the cloth would move. It goes up and down with the leg. So maybe this could have been a little more flexible, so when she's on the bike that it would fold better. But other than that, I really like the figure. I think it's pretty damn cool.
I do have to mention, if you heard any weird noises during this video, it's because there's a 50-pound puppy rolling around the house trying to eat his tail and running into everything.
Yeah, he's a nut. Well, that's Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Numbercup.
Thanks for watching. Hey, you better not mess with us and just let us go. Because you see that over there? You heard us and you're going to have to answer to that. Never mind.
Oh, damn it, man! You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh!